Evening? Evening. 2 AM. Right, evening. Stay awake late at night, and I was in, that's when you're most creative. That's that old saying, isn't it? Oh, the creative minds at night. But really, I tend to sit there at this time of night a bit like that. Thinking about things like, when I went to school and teacher used to say, the universe expands every second, out further and further. What's it expand into, sir? Well, it doesn't expand into anything. Anyway, Wednesday against Crewe. Preview. Crewe Alexandra, it's one of them great names in football, isn't it? A bit like Sheffield Wednesday. There's some great names in football, Sheffield Wednesday. Leighton Orient, that's another one. Crewe Alexandra. These fantastic names, aren't they? Speak of tradition and history. Their manager's David Artell, who straight away I thought, oh, I remember him, played for Rotherham. Yeah, stalwart down there. I've had a check. Stalwart, he played 30 games for them 20 odd years ago. That's my head. That's my head. Anyway, he's been in the press this week saying that Sheffield Wednesday are the Real Madrid of the 3rd Division. This part of me, we were playing mind games with us, you know what I mean, trying to make us take foot off gas. But being called the Real Madrid at 3rd Division, is that mind games or is that taking piss? I can't really make my mind up. Anyway, they're having a bad time of it, and I think what he's probably trying to do is take a little bit of pressure off of them and take a bit of pressure off his players. So we'll have a quick look at how their season's panning out. Tigger, get down for them bleeding curtains. Crewe haven't been having a great time of it. Of late, they've lost quite a few games. They're down at bottom end of the table. I think they're second one. But they did actually start the beginning of this month and the last month with a decent result. Beat Gillingham 2-0. Audible Steve Evans' Gillingham. A 3-2 dip against AFC Wimbledon away. That's a close game. Wimbledon, they're not a bad side, as we found out ourselves. They lost to Ipswich, which is a big defeat for them. More recently, though, just beat Lincoln City 2-0. So just maybe finding a little bit of form at right time to players. Or wrong time to players, depending how you look at it. Crewe have played 21, won 3, drawn 8 and lost 10. Scored 19 goals. You can see what problems are there for them. Conceded 31 goals, 15 points on the board, and sat down in 23rd place. Their danger man, I mean, I was starting to wonder if they'd actually got one, but their danger man is Mikel Mandron. He's a striker. Played 23, scored 5, 1 assist again. 5 goals in 23, they've scored 19 this season. You can see really where their problems lie, and it's got to be a great opportunity for Wednesday. These are down in 23rd, they're struggling for points, they're struggling to score goals, and this game has got to be there for the taking for us, as long as we get it right. Thing is, we've got his own problems. Luongo, he's out, he's now serving a 3-game ban after he's sending off in week. We still think it was a yellow card, don't we, Rodolph? Yes, we do. We think that was a yellow card and he'd do the intent with it. It's a bad tackle. But anyway, don't matter what I think. 3-game ban. The Dunkley's out as well. That's another blow. I mean, he's been probably played at month. In fact, has that been confirmed? Yes, played at month. But Kieran Brennan's back, so that's a bonus. Brennan will probably slide into the back 4, perhaps. Back 3, sorry, I'd have thought. In midfield, the obvious thing to do would be to bring in Byers and at the base of the midfield, or alternatively drop Bannon into the base and play wing slightly ahead of him. They're the 2 obvious changes. I won't do that though. I'd bring Brennan back into the back 3, keep Palmer in the centre. Thought he had a fantastic game against Portsmouth in the week. Keep Johnson in, also had a terrific game. But Brennan in on the right hand side, and I'd push Patterson into midfield instead of bringing in Wingo Byers. Neither of them two particularly impressed me. And Patterson, has he got a best position? I don't know, but I'd find a place for him in my team, because he's just one of them kids. He puts himself about, he gets stuck in. Wherever you play him, you know there's a certain level of performance. And he's just got that little bit of know-how about him in a game. And you need that in midfield. So I'd put Patterson in there with Bannon and Delabishiro. Mind you, I'd also bring in Corbyn on that left-hand side. I'm not sure why he was dropped in first place. Although, to be fair to Shadipo, I thought he did defend inside that game quite well last 20 minutes in week. And I'd just make one change up front. I'd bring Windass in up with Gregory just to give us that something different. I like Kembere, as you all know, and I do think if you get ball in 6-yard box, he will score goals. I think he's more valuable at home. Home games, you have more at ball. But Wednesday as a home team will have more of the ball in most games, which has been backed up by the stats. When you've got more of the ball's in the opposition box more. 43 shots Wednesday have had in the last 2 home games. When you're putting that delivery into penalty spot, 6-yard box, I do believe that Gregory and Kembere will score goals at Hillsborough. Away from home, different kettle of fish. Sometimes the opposition's going to have more at ball. Even if the clubs that aren't doing as well in table, they're expected to come out and impress the home fans. More of a counter-attacking from Wednesday, I'd expect. And to that end, I'd push Windass up at centre forward because he is a player who likes to play on shoulder, and especially if opposition's having a bit at ball and they're squeezing a bit of a higher line, he's looking to spin in, get in behind, and that's the one thing I think we do lack up front. Once you take Windass out of the equation, it's somebody who's prepared to just make them runs in the other way and say, pop a ball over the top, thread one through, and I'll get after it. And he will stretch teams like that. So I'd put Windass up there with Gregory. We'll see how they can combine together. And I'd put Patterson in midfield. Just give us that bit of physical in there, a little bit of know-how, and of course he does get stuck in. There's an argument as well. I'd like to see Mendes Lang. Apparently he's back in training. He's available. Don't know what's been up with him actually, but I like the look of him when he had his sub cameo the other week. Will it be too much to start him tomorrow? Maybe it is. Maybe that's why he went out of the week. Maybe he was feeling that after being out for so long. But Hunt on the right hand side, he's really raised his game since Mendes Lang come in, so I'd start him. But if we've got Lang on the bench to come on and maybe give us a little bit more impetus towards the end of the game, if we've not managed to break through, or we're holding on to a lead and we just want to get some fresh legs on, I'd like to see him involved in the squad. One person we probably won't see in the squad is our new signing, Kwame Boateng. I hope it's Kwame. I like to get names right. Kwame Boateng, 23-year-old. Good news, defender. Yes. Bad news, 5'8", primarily a right back. But still, defender. He's been signed for under 23 squad, development squad, whatever you want to call it. But Darren Moore has said he's looking to those players now. There's no better time for them to get an opportunity to play first team football for Sheffield Wednesday. So if they do well, they'll get a chance. This kid's been around the block a bit though. He started at Bradford, he's only 23. Look at previous clubs: Whitkirk Wanderers, Harrogate Town, Guiseley. Is it Guiseley or Geesley? Farsley Celtic, Ossett United, Albion Sports, Goal and the New Saints. So, but one thing is, he should be tough enough, because when you're playing down at that level, you do get kicked. So, Kwame Boateng, welcome to Wednesday. Right, that's all from me. I'm off to bed now. Well, not bed. I think I'm going to have a shave first, because I don't know why, but as I've got older, this has changed colour. Well, I know why this has changed colour, because I'm getting older. It was going white. What I can't understand is why a beard that was almost jet black in my youth is now going green. Green, yeah. Like copper that's been left out in rain. Anyway, so shave, bed, and then ready for the game tomorrow, which I'm convinced, by the way, that Wednesday are going to win, and win well. I'm going Wednesday 3, Crewe 0. That'll come back and bite me on the arse. Good night, good morning, whatever it is. See you later. Come on, Wednesday.